Alright guys, we're back with, I think, interview 6, let's say. So we're going on to Claudia. So she's out. Right. Detective Miller sat across from Claudia, his expression one of concern as he prepared to hear her account of the events involving Matthew Rodriguez. Claudia sat nervously in her chair, her hands fidgeting in her lap as she recounted the terrifying ordeal she had endured. "Thank you for speaking with me, Mrs. Rodriguez," Detective Miller began, his voice toned gentle yet firm. "I understand this must be a difficult time for you. Can you tell me about your interactions with Matthew? Matthew. Claudia took a deep breath, steadying herself before she spoke. "Matthew, he was my son," she said, her voice wavering with emotion. But he's done terrible things." As she spoke, Claudia recounted the moment Matthew had pushed her down the stairs and locked her away in a closet. Her voice trembled with fear and anger. "I was terrified," she admitted, her voice. "I thought I was going to die." Detective Miller listened intensely. His voice gazed steady as he absorbed Claudia's account. "I'm so sorry you had to go through that," he said softly. "Can you tell me more about what happened?" Claudia nodded, her hands shaking as she recounted the harrowing details of her ordeal. He was out of control," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I don't know what came over him." As she spoke, Claudia's fears would prevail. Her words tingled with sorrow and regret. I wish I could have stopped him," she said a minute, her voice breaking. I was powerless." Detective Miller nodded sympathetically, his expression reflecting on the gravity of the situation. "Thank you for sharing that with me," he said quietly. "Is there anything else you'd like to add?" Claudia shook her head, her eyes filled with tears. "No," she replied softly. "I just want to face the consequences of his actions. Him, even though he's dead." As Claudia left the interview room, her heart heavy and found whoever killed Matthew would be held accountable for their crimes. It's time for the next interview.